hier am Ostersonntag im Allianzstadion. Leider heute keinen schönen Ostersonntag für uns und ich darf unseren Trainer bitten. Coach, unfortunately, not a happy Easter Sunday for us. What do you think, from your point of view, are the main reasons that we had the first defeat after 5 games unbeaten in a row?
Yeah, I think mostly because we were not good enough in executing our game plan. I think they were better than us in terms of how they want to play, and got that game turned into being a lot about their game instead of ours. I think we had the opportunities in first half. I think we waste too many good opportunities. I think we have a lot of good situations for Nicky on the right side that doesn't turn into dangerous enough moments, and then we simply just lose the ball too easy. We give the ball away. Many situations where it's not good enough. So the way that I expect us to play, we were not good enough, and that's the answer for me.
Thanks a lot. Und dann darf ich euch bitten, wie gewohnt, um Fragen, und am Mikrofon kommt eine nette Kollegin und bringt es herbei. Wer startet? Johannes? Bitte, ganz erste Reihe. Johannes Bauer für Lola.
I think at the end there were 0 shots on the goal today. What was the main reason for those missing ideas in the last third of the pitch?
I think because the part before that was not good enough. You have to bring the ball up to these areas, but still, in first half, if you count the situations like I just said for Nicky, for example, on the right side, 1v1, that don't turn into 2 shots on goal on these crosses, where that's something we have to improve. That's an area where we have to get better, because I think actually we got ourselves also into some good positions, especially the first half, but didn't take care of the ball well enough, and the final decision and the final pass and the movements and the cross. I think that was the reason. After the second goal, we struggled to get the rhythm in the game. That's fair to say, and we tried to be a little bit more direct, but we didn't really succeed in terms of that. So I think mainly it's because of the final pass on the final third.
Your players are allowed to do mistakes in opening the game. Was that probably the main reason today, that there were simply too many of those mistakes? And compared to the Salzburg game, where they didn't do much out of that, Sturm was a bit colder today.
Yeah, I think now you say allowed to make mistakes. We don't have a game where we should think about consequences constantly when we make mistakes, but of course there's some mistakes out there that are not good enough. Take the situation where Nicky passed into 2 central midfielders and none of them take care of the ball and actually don't want to take the ball. That's not a mistake that we can accept. It's not good enough, simple as that. So I think there was moments today where we are either slow or sloppy on the ball, and that's something we have to correct, because that was different 2 weeks ago against Lask, and we have to find the reason behind it today, because that was a big thing of why we lost the momentum.
What's this loss gonna do on the emotional side of the team after a few weeks without any losses?
Hopefully not too much, and that's a big thing for me, to me making sure that this is just one game, and the only thing that matters for us is how we take the learning from this game, how we can be better starting in training and then leading into the next game on Sunday. That's the only thing that matters, because every team in the world can lose games, but it's a matter of how you bounce back to that, and also a matter of how the leaders in the group react to it, and how I approach it, because of course I need to make it very clear for the players tomorrow morning what was not good enough today, but also need to make it clear that we are still going forward with this team, and we still have a lot of positivity to build on, and that's what we simply have to do in next week.
Danke sehr. Dann ganz nach hinten bitte zum Thomas Muck.
Coach, you spoke about the 1v1s in the first half of Wurmbrand against Koller. At the end of the day, there were good opportunities on the wing, but at the end of the day, there was nothing concrete in the center. What were the reason for it? Was the crossings, the ball in the box, not good enough? Were the players in the box not positioned well enough? Because normally that should be a concrete scoring opportunity. Would you agree?
Yeah, 100%, and that's why I accept that the performance today was not good enough, but I still, especially in first half, saw a lot of opportunities for us. And of course, we get behind early in the game and have to bounce back from that. But I actually think we did that okay. But it is, as you say, it is all these situations around the box that we don't get enough out of, or actually anything where either the cross is blocked or the final pass is not accurate enough, or we take the wrong decision, or we don't run clear enough in the box. And everything is something we have to look at tomorrow, because we have enough opportunities in first half that should give us the chances to score goals, but quality end of the day not good enough.
In the second half, Sturm, I had the feeling they were a bit more, let's say it a bit harsh. They wanted it more. They were a bit more hungry. They wanted more the ball. What were the reasons for it that your team maybe lost a bit of momentum, maybe lost a bit of the step into the game? Yeah,
I think if we wanted the ball, I don't think they have the ball too much in the whole game. So I don't think it's because they wanted the ball, but they executed the way they want to play better than us. So they were a bigger threat than us with the direct play, with the second ball play, with the getting corner kicks, getting free kicks and throw-ins and stuff like that. And they were good at that in second half, which also takes a lot of time, and it kills the rhythm and it kills the momentum for us. So we know that they have big strength on set pieces. So we spoke so much about not inviting too many of these situations that can cause set pieces. And I think second half was one big game of set pieces.
I have two more questions. You spoke about the execution. Is the execution the key to success in a team where two top teams that were on the same level of play? Is that the reason about win and lose?
Yeah, it is, and here we sit, and I fully accept that Sturm won today, and no complaints about that. But we also talk about a game where it's a corner kick and then a shot from distance, which I would expect Niki to take 10 out of 10 times. That makes the result today. And of course, the goals, they come on moments for us where it takes us a little bit of time to bounce back. But especially in first half after the goal, I think we have a lot of situations straight after that could lead to, just like we saw against Lask, an early equalizer, and then for us to be back in the game. But for some reason, we were not good enough over the 90 minutes, and for some reason we didn't manage to find the same situations in second half. And I think Sturm was better to play a game that they wanted than we were to play a game that we wanted.
You spoke about Niki Hedl, that's my final question. 10 out of 10 times he would have saved it without any problems at all. How do you speak to him about this? Because next couple of games will be even harder, and you will need Niki on his top performance, because that was, in tennis you would say, an unforced error that there is no real reason for it, because a player of his quality would catch this ball on every day of the week.
Yeah. And it is simple as that. And if there's one guy who knows that, then it's him. So the only thing I look at is his response to that. So when he meet in tomorrow, how is he? How is his personality tomorrow? How is he training tomorrow when we start again? Just like the last game where SP made the mistake in the start of the game, I also said to you that I was only looking at his reaction the 10 minutes after, because if he was trying to do the right things, no problem for me. But if he starts to be worse and worse and worse, then of course we have a problem. But as I know him, it don't affect him too much. He knows that's probably as a goalkeeper, when you make a mistake, it's a little bit harder than when some of the others make it. He's aware of that, and as I've known him so far, then he's a good professional in terms of bouncing back from situations like this, which we also saw, to be fair to him, after the Ried game in the cup, where he also made a mistake in the second goal. That was one where I will always expect him to catch that one. And then I think his response was really good after that, and he actually started just to become better and better and better.
Dankeschön. Alles beantwortet. Dann darf ich euch einen schönen Restsonntag, schönes Rest Ostern für Trainer und Mannschaft. Wie gesagt, morgen gleich wieder Training und nächste Woche dann das Auswärtsderby, Termine folgen. Danke und schönen Abend. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.